Families and supporters of hostages taken by Hamas sailed off the Gaza coast on Thursday, urging the Israeli government to reach a deal instead of expanding the military operation in the war-battered territory. According to Associated Press Yehuda Cohen, the father of Nimrod Cohen, an Israeli soldier held captive in Gaza, spoke over a loudspeaker as the boats moved toward the coastline, calling on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to prioritize the hostages over politics. Netanyahu's government is doing nothing to rescue them. Netanyahu's government are acting to kill them, warning to go to war on all Gaza land and killing and endangering the hostages. "Please, we need international help," Cohen said. Ship horns blared as the families and supporters sailed near Gaza. Many tossed yellow swimming rings into the sea, symbolically offering them to the hostages. This came as Netanyahu was expected to announce further military action, and possibly plans for Israel to fully reoccupy Gaza. Experts say Israel's ongoing military offensive and blockade are already pushing the territory of some 2 million Palestinians into famine. A new UN report said only 1.5% of Gaza's cropland is accessible and undamaged. Another escalation of the nearly 22-month war could put the lives of countless Palestinians and around 20 living Israeli hostages at risk, and would draw fierce opposition both internationally and within Israel. Netanyahu's far-right coalition allies have long called for the war to be expanded, and for Israel to eventually take over Gaza, relocate much of its population and rebuild Jewish settlements there. U.S. President Donald Trump, asked by a reporter Tuesday whether he supported the reoccupation of Gaza, said he wasn't aware of the suggestion, but that it's going to be pretty much up to Israel. Hamas-led militants killed some 1,200 people, mostly civilians, in the October 7 attack and abducted another 251. Most of the hostages have been released in ceasefires or other deals. Of the 50 still held in Gaza, around 20 are believed to be alive. Israel's retaliatory offensive has killed over 61,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza's health ministry, which does not say how many were fighters or civilians but says around half were women and children. It is part of the now largely defunct Hamas-run government and staffed by medical professionals. The UN and independent experts consider it the most reliable source for the number of war casualties.
Netanyahu's government is doing nothing to rescue them. Netanyahu's government are acting to kill them, warning to go to war on all Gaza land and killing and endangering the hostages. Please, we need international help.
I hope, I pray that it won't go through. We need, first of all, a deal for all the hostages. Afterwards, you would be able to do whatever you need to do. We have the power to do that. We can do that. But first of all, we need to bring all the hostages, alive and not alive, home.
אגב, בשעה 5 בירושלים, יש הפגנת חרדים. בדיוק זה. אומרת, מי שירצו להגיע להפגנה בירושלים,
לא, אבל היא
כן?
אמרתי לדון שזה יהיה הפגנה משותפת שלו ושל עיניו. אפשר לשאול עכשיו? כן, כן.
תגידו לי בבקשה שהתמקמתם בקטמרן.
מי זה?
כן.
מירי, יש לי שותפים, כולם היו
מה? בכלב? לא. מי זה?
Netanyahu is playing a double game. On the one hand, he's saying we're doing everything to get our hostages back. On the other hand, is satisfying his extremists in the government, the one that wants settlements and continuing the war, and protecting himself from losing his government, from criticism and investigation, and that's why he's prolonging the war. Netanyahu is working only for himself.
Russian President Vladimir Putin held talks with U.S. President Donald Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff in Moscow on Wednesday, the Kremlin said. According to Associated Press, the meeting comes just days before the White House's deadline for Russia to reach a peace deal with Ukraine or potentially face severe economic penalties that could also hit countries buying its oil. The meeting between Putin and Witkoff lasted about 3 hours. Neither side gave an immediate readout of the talks. Earlier, Witkoff took an early morning stroll through Zaryadai Park, a stone's throw from the Kremlin, with Kirill Dmitriev, the Russian president's envoy for investment and economic cooperation. Footage aired by TASS showed.